In this video, you're gonna find out how to create a proper groove for your house music tracks in FL Studio. Always before I start this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel to not miss out any music production tutorials. And if you want to learn more music production, definitely not click the link below this video, because I launched my 14-day house music mastery course. You're gonna learn it from someone who didn't even sign 12 tracks with not even 3 different record labels. Actually, I think you should maybe probably have a look and see what it is. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. The reason, guys, why we should definitely create groove in our tracks is because if we always put the notes on the grid, like for example here, if we have the notes perfectly on the grid, the song is definitely nice. Music should also be sometimes organic. And if you have this groove in your house music tracks, people actually feel the music sounding different. They feel that you want to dance. From my experience, when I was DJing in events, I realized that when I play tracks where people actually hear the groove, it's just more uplifting and it feels funny and it feels easy for people to dance. If the track is also a positive track anyways, it just gives a better mood. So definitely, you should definitely implement this. What is a groove? Groove basically means that if you have, instead of having all the notes on your piano roll exactly on the grid like everywhere here, you have slight changes where, like, for example, one note is a little bit later and every second note is a little bit later, okay? In simple terms, it means that by removing the notes from the grid and just lifting and shifting them slight later or slight before, you have this feeling of push and pull movement. In FL Studio, it is very simple. So there's one knob where you can just access it, and that's the great thing about FL Studio, why you should definitely not go to Ableton, is because you have this one knob, and if you have patterns like here in my track assigned, it is basically just it's basically putting everything into the swing. They call it swing in FL Studio. Let's listen to the beat I produced first, and then we can add a little bit groove into that. So let's add now the simplest way to add groove to FL Studio. If you have all those patterns here, like this one, the high clap pattern, snare pattern, percussion pattern, then you can just simply go on the channel rack, and then you see this little knob here, which is the main swing knob. You can literally just increase it, and it's increasing the swing, which is groove basically. And listen to what changes. And as always in music production, make sure you listen to what kind of emotions does it cause inside of yourself. Do you have this feeling that you want to dance to this, or do you have this feeling it causes the opposite effect? Like this video and also comment below, because I want to know from you what I should cover in my next YouTube tutorials. This is a very heavy swing. If I overdo it, obviously if I go on 100%, it's going to sound terrible. It's too much, but I would say something around 20 to 60 is definitely still in the range of alright. The problem with that one is that sometimes you want to have a bit more control. So what I usually do, I don't even use this because this is for beginners. So we're basically we're having this pattern here, which is the bass pattern, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna press Command A to select everything. And we're gonna press we can press Command Q. Now we're gonna press Option Q, which is gonna open this piano roller quantizer, okay? So now we go on the presets from FL Studio. There's heaps of presets where you can access them. You can even go on grooves, and then you go, for example, on swing, 50%, all right? Then with this, we can change when the start of the note starts. If you zoom in a little bit, you can see that. Can see here that the start times of the note is changing, but let's leave it at 50%, accept. And what I think is also a really important element is to put a groove on your snare, which is really important. The good thing about FL Studio is that if you use this specific groove for your bass, this is automatically saved as the preset for the next element you want to quantize. As you can hear already, the groove for the snare is too much, so we're gonna decrease that a little bit more. Let's go lay on 30%. like this one a lot. Then we have the percussion pattern as well. Again, Command A, Option Q, and then we have the same. One of those elements where I don't want that much groove, so I'm just gonna go here very, very low. And then the problem we have as well is that if we insert a proper loop into the track, this audio file here, as you can see here, actually you can see that all the notes are exactly on the grid. You can see here it's exactly on the grid, so there's not really much a groove happening. Maybe here there's a little bit of push and pull. Listen to the sample first without anything. And even if you use this knob, it wouldn't change the swing. Which is for us a problem because we want to have power over this. So if you have a sample, you're going to go on this little thing here. Then we're going to go on time warp sample, alright? So this is going to open new time, which is FL Studio's native plugin to change timing from the audio, right? So we can now again Command A, select everything. And then we can very simply just go on load, and then we have here specific options from new tone. And we're gonna go on push and groove, which is basically a preset. Press this here and then see what the difference is. To put this now into the playlist, we're gonna go on this one here and just drag and drop it into the sample, into the audio for us. And then we can see that the groove is applied. Now we can see we have this groove applied to the sample here. And you can even see it's a bit more push-pull. Now with the whole context. And if you haven't checked out the other video, how to create a bouncy bass line, definitely check that out as well. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and see you guys soon. When you meet somebody